When Moses and his family came near to Egypt, his brother Aaron came to meet them. He took them to meet the Hebrews. Moses told them God had sent him to rescue them. He showed them the signs from God, and they believed. Then Moses and Aaron went to see Pharaoh and gave him the message from God to let the people go. But Pharaoh wouldn't listen. Instead, he made the people work even harder. God told Moses that he would send plagues on Egypt, but that Pharaoh would keep saying no until God changed his heart. First, God changed water in the river Nile into blood, and all the fish died. But Pharaoh still said no. Next, God covered Egypt with frogs. But Pharaoh still said no. Then the dust became gnats and landed on everyone, but Pharaoh still said no. Then God sent swarms of flies into all the houses. Pharaoh said the people could go, and the flies went away. But then Pharaoh changed his mind again and still said no. So God made all the Egyptians' animals die, but Pharaoh still said no. Then God made sore spots appear on all the Egyptians, but Pharaoh still said no. Next, God sent a hailstorm over Egypt and destroyed all the crops. Pharaoh promised to let them go if the hail stopped. So Moses prayed to God, but Pharaoh changed his mind again. So God sent a swarm of locusts to eat the rest of the plants in Egypt. Again, Pharaoh promised to let them go. But when the locusts went, he changed his mind. Then God made everywhere dark for 3 days, except where the Hebrews were. But Pharaoh still said no, and told Moses and Aaron never to come back to the palace. So God said he would send one more plague. He told his people to get ready by killing a lamb and putting the blood over their doors. He told them to cook and eat the lamb, but to be ready to leave. He also told them to borrow lots of valuable things from the Egyptians. That night, God made all the eldest boys in Egypt die, even Pharaoh's son. But the Hebrews were protected by the blood over their houses. Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron to the palace one more time. He told them to take all the Hebrews and leave Egypt. God had changed Pharaoh's heart.